everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Danielle and this is Danielle's Books. Thanks for stopping by. This is going to be a recent reads video, basically what I've read in the first half of October. So before we get started, I would love if you subscribe to this channel. I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers and I haven't really ever gone out and tried to, promote my channel or anything, but I would love to hit 1,000 subscribers and I'm really close. So it would mean so much to me if you subscribed and give this video a thumbs up and check out all the links down below. I'll have all these books also linked down below. So if any of them sound intriguing to you, you can check them out at my links. We're going to start with a letdown, actually, which is not exactly the way I would love to start a video, but it is what it is, and that is You Should Have Left by Daniel Kalman. So this is a very short horror book. This has been translated from the German, and I gave this book 2 stars. This is actually one of the most frustrating reading experiences that I've ever had. This one, we're following this family who rents an Airbnb in the mountains of Germany, and the dad is working on the sequel to a really popular screenplay that he wrote a while ago, I think. And so they move into this Airbnb, and things in his I don't want to say too much because it's very short, like I said. I will talk about my issues with the book though. So, first of all, this would be a hard book to read if you weren't also following physically, because there's no separating the family chapters or moments from his work moments, because you're getting moments in their life in this house, and then you're also getting moments of him working on the screenplay with the crew and everything. There's no separating when those happen. It's not like a new chapter begins and you're in one place and then another chapter starts. That's very annoying. Also, there's no quotation marks, so you can't, it's not showing you when someone's talking and who's talking. So that's another frustrating thing. And honestly, if those were the only problems, but I still like the story, that could maybe be one thing. But I also just wasn't interested in any of the screenplay aspects of the book. So I'm giving this 2 stars. Not one that I would personally recommend, but you can check it out if that sounds good to you. There you have You Should Have Left by Daniel Kalman. This is the most recent book that I finished as well. So moving on, we're going to talk about The Nursery by Sylvia Molnar. This is more of a lit fic book, and honestly it took me a while to figure out that this was a tit and with milk dripping down it, but obviously I read the book and I figured it out. So this is one that I've had on my radar for a while. I gave birth a little bit over a year ago, and this book is about postpartum depression, this woman's journey with her postpartum depression, and also just feeling just everything she's gone through. And honestly, I really liked the book, but I think it was still too soon for me to read it because I had a really hard pregnancy and delivery, and some of the stuff she was talking about I was a little bit triggered by still. And I know that it's been a year, but it's still hasn't exactly I'm not still over it, if that makes sense. Not that I had postpartum depression, I definitely didn't have it like she did, but just flashbacks to the delivery itself, it was really hard for me. And so I don't want that to be a knock on this book though. I gave this one 4 stars. I still really liked it, and I thought the writing was well done, but yeah, that's really all you kind of need to know, is that this is basically about this woman's postpartum depression journey and how like severe it can get. And I don't know, I like resonated with some things, but also some things were still like a little too touchy for me. But that was 4 stars and still a good book. Next up, we have The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Lori Gilmore. This one has been the talk of the town. Everyone's reading this book, I feel like, and for good reason. It's very fall, it's very cozy, and I have not stopped thinking about this book. So I am a Gilmore Girls stan, and this book is very Gilmore Girls coded. We have like this girl has taken over the Pumpkin Spice Cafe from her aunt. And so she's moving to this new town. It's a small town, kind of like Stars Hollow. There's a whole like cast of characters, kind of like Stars Hollow, if you know Gilmore Girls. And basically she strikes up a friendship and a like, I guess, romance with the like produce guy, which is funny because the produce guy in the show, like the person in the relationship is like the Luke Danes character, or how do I want to say this? The guy in the book is like the produce guy, which in the show is Jackson. But like she's the one working at the cafe. I don't know. Like I said, it's very Gilmore Girls coded, and if you like Gilmore Girls, I like guarantee that you're gonna like this book. I think I rated this 4 stars on Goodreads, but honestly I haven't stopped thinking about it, and I really want to give it 5 stars. But anyway, let me give you a little bit more of the plot. So this girl moves to this town, and she thinks like something is like going on. Like the mystery of it is that she thinks that either like somebody is like screwing with her business basically and trying to either like run her out of the town, the job, whatever. And so the produce guy, what is his name? Logan, which is a Gilmore Girls character's name, but he is like trying to help her. They both really like each other. This one is pitched as Grumpy Sunshine, but he's not like so grumpy. Like, I don't know, I feel like that's like kind of a stretch. But anyway, they both like know that they like each other, but it's like he's the town, like the boy that everyone in the town is so protective over. And so you're seeing like everyone be like, if you're gonna go there, you need to like proceed with caution because he's very well loved in the town. I don't know. I loved this book and I want to own a physical copy. This is a library copy. We don't really buy books anymore just because of Maverick and everything. But this is definitely a book I want to own, and I definitely want to continue on in the series. I loved this one, and this is 5 stars. I think I rated it, like I said, 4 stars on Goodreads, but no, it's 5. So there you have the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Sorry, that one was a little scattered, but like, I just love that book so much. Next up, a book I didn't love so much is Looking for Love in All the Haunted Places by Claire Kann. I don't really know. So I really did not like this book. First of all, it's so long. It didn't need to be this long for what it was trying to do. Basically, this one is about a girl, Lucky, who has taken this this acting job to be on a TV that is basically like, the concept of the show is that she is staying in this haunted house and is going to be like the test subject, like figuring out what's going on in the house. And you have to stay like 30 days. The people who have tried to do this prior have only lasted like up to 3 days. And Lucky Heart is like, no, I can last the whole 3 days. She kind of has like like an ESP, is that what it's called? And she thinks that that's going to help her. And I just hated this book. I wanted to read it so much because I love the cover. The main love interest name is Maverick. My son's name is Maverick. And so I was like, cool, it's a spooky romance. And it wasn't spooky enough. And the romance was something I wasn't like cheering for. And it was too long. So like that's 3 strikes and you're out. I gave this one 2 stars, and it could just be like it didn't work for me book, but it like really didn't work for me. And it's a bummer because I had high hopes for this one. But yeah, honestly, I thought about DNFing this one several times throughout the journey. And as soon as like 40 pages into it, I was like, I might DNF this. But I'm not someone who DNFs so quickly or easily. I really like to see a book through. I don't have a problem with DNFing, but I don't know. I just like, I don't want to like waste my time basically, which, you know, means I should be DNFing more, but whatever. There you have Looking for Love in All the Haunted Places. Meh, 2 stars. Not a favorite. Next up, we have 2 that were favorites, and that is Earthlings by Sayaka Murata. This book is maybe the weirdest book I have ever read. It's 5 stars. I'm not sure that I would like openly recommend this. I think that, you know, you have to like read into it a little bit and then decide if you want to like read it. But this book is so weird. How do I want to pitch this? What does the synopsis say? Because I don't want to say too much. Oh, my bookmark's still in here. Okay. This one says, this one might actually not have like a great blurb. Dreamlike, sometimes shocking, and always strange and wonderful. Earthlings ask what it means to be happy, in a stifling world, and cements Sayaka Murata's status as a master chronicler of the outsider experience and our own uncanny universe. So, what's the character's name in this one? Okay, Natsuki is the main character that we're following, and she doesn't really fit in with her family. So her parents are like obsessed with her sister, and they especially the mom, treat her like garbage, just straight up like garbage. And every year they have a family like reunion get together at the grandparents' house, and that's when that's what Natsuki looks forward to the most, because she has a friendship with her cousin Yu. So that is kind of where this book gets a little crazy. We're following them when they're like 11 years old, I believe, and some questionable things happen. And then we're also in the when she's 31, so a while later, it's like 20 years later. And we're seeing her in like her adult life, and she's married, and that whole relationship is a little weird. This book is so weird, but oh my gosh, the writing is amazing. I never wanted to put this book down. I think I read it in like a day, and it really worked for me, but like it definitely won't work for everybody. And I am telling you that, and I see that, but I don't know. It really, really worked for me. I gave this 5 stars, and this is another one that I haven't stopped thinking about. The books that I read this month that are like 5-star reads are like 5-star reads. Like I really, really, really enjoyed them. So like the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, this one. And then next or last, I have So Thirsty by Rachel Harrison. I think I also gave this one 4 stars on Goodreads, but honestly, this could be another one that I bump up to 5 stars because, again, I haven't stopped thinking about this one. The Nursery, I gave 4 stars, and that's where it's going to stay. But this one, I could see myself bumping up to 5 stars. This one is about, I'm bad with character names. Oh my god, another bookmark. Just all the bookmarks. Okay, this one is about Sloane. Okay, Sloane has a birthday coming up, and her husband is like, hey, surprise, I got you tickets to like a resort for you and your best friend Naomi. Is that it? And she's like, okay, that's a little sus because why wouldn't you be coming with me on my birthday trip? And her friend, you kind of get the feeling that they are like, it's kind of a weird friendship. Like they're not like super close or, you know, like one, I don't know. The friendship isn't so like tight. So she's like, great, I gotta go like on this trip with her. And they get there and they come across these people on a night out, vampires. I don't think it's a secret that this book is about vampires. And basically you're following their journey with the vampires and them, what is, I don't want to say too much. Let me see here. Their journey into vampirism, and I loved this one so much. I loved the female friendship. I love a female friendship story, and especially one like this where like you see the friendship like at highs and lows, and you see like the different dynamics of the friendship throughout the story, and that stuff really works for me, and it really worked for me in this one. And I loved it. I don't know, I just loved following these characters. I will say I read this book physically while also listening to the audiobook, and the audiobook was, some of the narrators or voices, I don't know if it was a full cast. It had to be. Some of them, like the accents, especially listening to them kind of fast, were like a little like not my favorite thing to listen to, if I'm being honest. But I did it anyway, and I really liked this book. Zach has to read this one too because this is our book club pick this month. But I really liked this one, and it worked a whole lot for me. So that one's a 4 or 5 stars, somewhere in there. And yeah, I really recommend it. So there you have So Thirsty by Rachel Harrison. And those are the 6 books that I have read so far in October. I will say, just for fun, I am currently reading an ebook called The Pretty Ones, which can be found, or by Anya Alborn, which can be found in this little novella duology, or it can just be found on Kindle, like by itself. And that's how I got it. And that's been like my ebook read. And then I'm also currently reading Dearest by Jackie Walters, I think is the author's name. It was like on Book of the Month this month, and I'm really liking that one. I'm really liking both of them, actually. So those are my current reads. So let me know what your favorite read has been of October, or what you're currently reading, because I would love to know either or both. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel because I would love to have you. And give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!